Hey there, this is Michelle Pescosolido. In today's training video, I want to show you how to integrate Aweber into some of those third-party programs out there where you're out there creating your own capture pages and you want to build your own list, meaning when somebody opts in to a page like this right here, click here to get access now. When somebody gives you their email address, you want to build your own list, meaning you want this email to go into your autoresponder that you pay for, that you are subscribing to. So I'm going to show you this with Aweber. There are other autoresponder programs out there like GVO, GetResponse, iContact, Infusionsoft, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just doing this with Aweber. So what I mean exactly is if you have that third-party software and you see an option in there, let me go to this actual page here. And again, I'm using lead pages. Let me click edit, and you see an option that says, do you want to integrate your opt-in form? Okay? A lot of times, some of these third-party programs out there will let you create a capture page, but they will keep the leads within their program. Well, this particular third-party program, Lead Pages, allows you to build your own list. So I can integrate my Aweber form into this particular page, which is right here. So when someone opts in to this page, it's going to go into a list. So today I'm going to show you how to create that list, and it's really important that you follow these instructions exactly. So what you need to do, the very first thing is when you log into Aweber, you'll see an option that'll say create a list. So I'm going to click on create a list, and again, you can find this in different areas of Aweber. It may not necessarily be on this exact screen that you see this. So I'm going to click create a list. And then it's going to ask for your company name, so put either your name, or if you have a company name, you want to put that there. Before we had a company name, I would put my blog name, Michelle Pescosolido Blog, or Online Wealth Partner, when we used to have Online Wealth Partner. Then you want to put your company website. This can be the capture page that you've created URL. It could be your blog. It doesn't matter, but you need to put a company website right there. Then next, you want to do an address. And you want to add in your address here. If you have never done this before, you will have to add in an address here. This is using my existing address, which is our business address. I want to suggest that you use a business address. We have a UPS box, so we use that. Don't use your home address unless you want people coming up to your door and knocking on it. So use a business address here. You won't be able to put in a P.O. box here. I'm just going to let you know that up front. And you'll get those warnings if you try to put something in Aweber that you can't do. Next, you're going to want to put your name here. So this means who is sending this email. This will appear with your emails. So I put Michelle and Bill Pescosolido. Sender email, you're going to need to put an email here. You cannot use Yahoo, you cannot use Hotmail, you cannot use Gmail. So my suggestion to you is here is we own a domain through GoDaddy, which is Current MLM Secrets. Through GoDaddy, they offer a free email service that you can set up with that domain. Most hosting providers offer this, so check with your hosting provider, email their support, get on their live chat and see if you can set up a free email account. And then you're going to want to add that email in here. Then you're going to click Next Step, and you're going to just name this list. So for me, if I'm promoting my top tier business, I might go ahead and name this my top tier business. If you're building another company, put the list name there, okay? The next thing that you're going to want to do is give it a list description. So this might be, 21 steps to freedom or 21-step business model. This is just for you. Well, your subscribers will see this description, okay? 21-step business system. They usually see it on the unsubscribe page. And then you click Next Step. And if you want to confirm your subscription, meaning if somebody actually opts in, meaning they give you their email address, if you want them to receive an email that says, please confirm that, click on this link above to give us permission to send you the information, then you need to leave this on, okay? If you want to turn it off, which most marketers will do, I'll show you how to do that in a second. Then you'll want to come over here and say approve message and create the list. So now it has been created. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is come over here to your list options on the right and go to list settings. So here where it says confirm opt-in, you can actually turn that opt-in off right here. So that means as soon as they give you their email address, they'll immediately get the follow-up emails that you have in place in your autoresponder. And that's another training video down the road, but for now I'm just showing you how to integrate these lists with your third-party software. So once you click off and say yes, you're going to want to save that. It's taking a little while, so I'm not going to wait for the Aweber to decide to do that, but you will turn that off and confirm it. The next thing that you need to do is you've got to create a sign-up form. Most programs like Lead Pages are going to require you to do that. Some do not, but most likely they will. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to create a sign-up form, and I'm going to create my first sign-up form. And what do I want to collect? Well, I want to collect a name and email address, or maybe I just want to collect an email. We can click the X box and then just collect an email address, which is completely fine. Then you want to save the form. We're going to go to step 2. And the design really doesn't matter when you're integrating it into something like Lead Pages, because they're going to have their own design, as you can see here. So you don't need to create a design when you saw that back on step 1 with all those different templates. You need to name the form, so I'm going to call this, Test My Top Tier Business. That's the name of my form so I can access it. Then you're going to need to add in a custom page, all right? So what's going to happen here is if your Lead Page creator is requiring you to set up a URL for after somebody opts in, where are they going to go? And that's typically going to be the sales page. So if you're doing something like us, which is MOB or My Top Tier Business, I would go grab my sales page link. All this simply means is where do you want the person to go after they opt in? And that's where I would add in that link. I would add it in right here. So as soon as somebody gives me their email address, like you can see here, they're going to go to another link, and that link, I'm going to go ahead and just close this out. Well, no, I'll stay on that because I thought that was a video. That link is going to be this right here. So you're going to need to, let me close this out, you're going to need to put that link right here. All right, I'm not going to do that in this video, but you've got to make sure you do that, and also do it in the already subscribed page. Then save your form, and then go to step 3. Now, if you click on I want to install this form, sometimes other programs out there will require you to give them the raw HTML code, where you would copy this entire code and you would give that to them. All right, some companies like Lead Pages doesn't require you to do that, but they integrate it. Once you set up in your settings your Aweber with the company, you will automatically see an option, all right, I want to connect this to Aweber. Then you can say using what form. So what would we do? We just created a form, and I would come in here and actually find that form that I labeled, if I come back over here, that I labeled My Top Tier Business. So this is unique to you. Sometimes those forms don't take, and you'll have to, because someone else is using that list name, but in this situation you see it, it's My Top Tier Business, and I would find that within here, which I'm not going to be able to show you exactly, but let's just say I just created this web form, Ultimate Wealth Machine Opt-in, and I just showed you how to create a form. Let's just say this was the one I created. I would be able to select it, and now I have integrated, when somebody opts in to my capture page here and gives me their email address, I will now see that opt-in right here. So like, for example, right now I've got 17 opt-ins. I can see that. So you're going to want to test it and make sure that you see that you have opted in, to make sure that it's set up correctly. If it's not for some reason, go back through this process, or contact Aweber support, or contact the third-party program that you're using to create your capture pages and see what the deal is, troubleshoot it. Again, this is a basic training on this. Each program is going to be different. So I use Lead Pages. If you're using another capture page system out there, it might be a little bit different. So what I'm going to do here is, let me show you one more thing. If I go back to Lead Pages, typically in programs like this, it'll say integrations. And that's where you're going to set up your autoresponder. So you can see there's a lot of different autoresponders available within Lead Pages. Mine's Aweber, so I clicked on that and I actually integrated, and the communication started between Lead Pages and my Aweber account because I added in my username and password. But that's how you do it. I showed you the basic steps, though. If you have to typically, create a list, that's where it all starts. And then that tells your Lead Pages program where you want your leads to go. So you can see that I want my leads to go for that page that I just created into my top tier business, and this is where I can start doing all of my follow-ups with the people who have opted in. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to integrate Aweber into a third-party program. In this example, it was Lead Pages. If you're interested in any of these programs I showed you, I'll definitely put the link below this video. Hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.